Joining us now is Nina Shea for the analysis of the State Department's 2016 annual International Religious Freedom Report. Thank you so much for joining us, Nina.
Thank you for having me, and happy anniversary.
Yes, 36th anniversary of EWTN. That's right. You have read this report, and you say the battle is won. What do you mean by that over the question whether ISIS is responsible for genocide against Christians and others?
The Secretary unambiguously stated that Christians, along with the Yazidis and Shea, were on ISIS's target list, that they intended to kill Christians and wipe out their community, and that this is genocide, and that this is arrived at this conclusion by the State Department applying the law to the facts at hand.
But Secretary John Kerry, under the Obama administration, did declare genocide in Iraq. Is that in Iraq? So how is this different?
This is different because it is it's so clear that it's an official statement. Secretary Kerry said it was his personal opinion, his personal belief. There was none of that this time. And the UN has put out a report saying that ISIS didn't intend to kill Christians, that they respect them as people of the book.
So why isn't the UN on the same page as the US?
Well, the U.S. should be seeing that the UN is on the same page, and I'm more optimistic. We give a lot of money to the UN for the preservation of these minorities, and they're not reaching the minorities.
What's happening?
The minorities are afraid to go to the UN camps because the persecution follows them in these UN camps. But today, the Secretary said that this is a priority. Protecting these people from extremism, violent extremism, is a priority for the United States, and he will preserve their culture as well.
So, that's important, but let me just follow up on your last point. Are you saying that ISIS infiltrates these camps as regular people? Is that that's what happens? Okay.
ISIS infiltrates the camp, and there are also criminal gangs that pick on the Christians because they know they have ties to the West with money.
Before we go, what do you think this report is going to do to help victims? Is it going to do anything? I know it's a piece of paper that, that has been handed out.
I think there are now clear instructions based on the report itself and also what the Secretary said in the rollout today, that the United States priority is to protect these minorities in the Middle East who are being targeted by religious extremism, either whether it's ISIS or some other group, and that their culture is disappearing and should be preserved.
And that is also very important. When we were there, we watched as cities were decimated. We saw it, and the culture is gone.
Churches blown up.
Churches blown up, exactly. Nina Shea, Director of the Center for Religious Freedom at the Hudson Institute. Thank you so much for joining us.